What is up, everybody? So listen, real quick, I just wanted to jump on here to give you guys, to give you guys kind of an update about what's going on. So last week, I had a blast at Icast. From Icast, I've got a tons of notes and a great relationships that we either strengthen or establish there to set the table for next year's success with the KBF Tournament Series, the Trail, the Challenge Series, and everything that we've been working on and everything that we're working to build. And so, honestly, guys, I cannot thank you enough for all your support. I can't thank you enough for the responsiveness. It was a lot of work, getting up early in the morning, getting into the show before everybody else, filming the videos, going back home, downloading everything, getting, the team. It was a team effort to be able to pull that off. And we want to be able to get better and better at that. So if you didn't watch the Icast videos, do me a favor, go watch them. We put a lot of time, effort, and energy into it. Please comment on those videos and let me know, is that something that you want us to do in the future? Is that something that's valuable? Would it be better off divided up into smaller videos? Do you like the vlog concept where you show the interaction, that kind of stuff? And then we had just an unbelievable response from the industry at the meeting. Things are starting to move forward. So I want to do a couple of updates here. One, we will next be at Kentucky Lake this coming up weekend. We've got some other events that are going down. We're meeting up with FLW in the next 2 weeks to finalize everything. We've got some huge plans in the works for next year. And then there are some great opportunities that are coming down the pipe. This week is 2 giveaways. We're giving away 2 of the two of the Anchor Wizard video. Good night. Mouth ain't working. We are giving away 2 of the Anchor Wizards this week. It's a double down. Icast marked the 1-year anniversary of the day that I started, or actually the day after Icast, that I started really doubling down on, getting myself right. I'm happy to say that after leaving Icast, year to date, year over year, I have lost 79 pounds. So I fell a little bit short of the 80-pound mark. I wanted to hit 100, but the one thing that I wanted to tell you is a major shift has changed up here. It's no longer a diet. It's no longer get to this point and then, it's more of a lifestyle change. So I'm doubling down right now. I'm going to hit it harder. And by this time next Icast, I hope to have dropped another 80 or another 70 or wherever I level out at for that perfectly healthy weight. I feel better. I feel, my skin is cleaner. My mind is right. Everything's good, right? When you do those things for yourself, you can do better for those around you. So appreciate all the support and the folks that helped me get there, especially without any shadow of a doubt, my wife, Christy, was the #1 contributor to my success this year with managing, what we ate, helping put meals together, doing all of those things so that I was in the right positions to make those right decisions. If you've got a significant other and you both struggle with your weight, do it together. If you do it together, it may not work the exact same diet for both of you, but do the process of figuring that out together. And it works out. So I focused mostly on the diet and lifestyle this year, this 1 year from Icast to Icast. Starting next week, I am working on adding in the strength training, adding back in the weight training and the things that I've got to make time for to be able to take it to that next level, to be able to get myself to where I need to be, to do some of the things that I want to do and to get on those adventures. I'm going to share some of the content. I'm working on helping Christy start her channel, and I want to be I want to be that person that helps somebody out there that needed that push like I needed a year ago to light that fire, to put that boot in the butt, or to just be that inspiration, if I can do that. So that's what we're working on. 2 giveaways that I've got to catch up on. I did a Rogue fishing giveaway, but I got another Rogue fishing giveaway to do. Whoever shot me that message in DMs, I really appreciate that, sliding up in my DMs. Y'all head over to Rogue Fishing Company and, on Instagram, or go to their Facebook page, hit them up via email. This week it's Anchor Wizard. You guys go light up that Anchor Wizard Instagram page and help us do better giveaways in the future, because the companies feel like they're getting a great, return on investment. So we've got that going on. Going to do one more giveaway tomorrow. Got the 2 anchor wizards, and then we're keeping on rolling for the Racine, Wisconsin, big, giant, amazing, awesome winter fishing trip with me to go there and kick butt. We got some big announcements with KBF coming in the next, I would say, month, right? We're going to try to have the schedule finalized by the time we roll into the FLW KB or the FLW Expo. The FLW KBF stuff is getting finalized, and we're excited about it. We've got some new relationships, some new sponsorship opportunities that are going to benefit us as an organization, so we can benefit you, and some that are going to directly benefit you guys as our supporters and part of the community. And we've just really doubled down on focusing on customer service first. We're working on getting you guys the best possible return on investment from your time spent supporting what we do. We're really focusing on growing the community next year. We're really focusing on providing opportunities for the community, becoming that best possible resource, and then working on recognition, the recognition that the anglers that get out there and deserve accolades. We're going to do the best we can with Scott Butcher's weigh in, with better trophies, with better, again, just better recognition, press releases as soon as the event's over, some of those things. And we are just excited about the opportunity. As you can see around me, I've actually got this board up because there's something behind it I can't show on camera yet, but we are working on overhauling the KBF headquarters. We're going to have the retail space opened up soon, so if you're in town, you can stop by. If you haven't done so yet, consider going to the KBF store. You can support what we're doing here by, picking up KBF merchandise, picking up stickers, shirts, hats, whatever, and really help us grow this brotherhood, this community, this family. And man, I can tell you right out of the gate, this Icast, I am leaving there like that little car that you pulled back and you let go as a kid and it takes off. I was re-energized like I've never been. I was fired up like I've never been. The weight loss, right, made it to where I wasn't exhausted every day like I normally was at a long trade show. Somebody just asked, where's the KBF headquarters? It is in Hendersonville, Tennessee. It's 143 New Shackle Island Road, and we're in Suite 4. You'll see big KBF decals on the door. Hey, listen, if you peek in the window and we're here, knock on the door. We'll open the door, let you guys in even now before we get the retail store open. But definitely consider visiting Hendersonville, Tennessee, if you're traveling through the area, on your list, and come by and check out the headquarters. Over the next month and a half, 2 months, we're going to really get this thing set up. I will be in Murray, Kentucky next week with the folks from FLW doing the Costa Camp, the kids camp, teaching some seminars up there. We're putting together some seminars for the FLW Expo to do some kayak stuff on the Sunday after the FLW Cup and after the FLW KBF Cup. We'll have a booth there, so if you're anywhere near Hot Springs and you're considering coming to the Expo at the FLW Cup, please do so. We're going to have a booth there. We're going to have a lot of our partners and brands there in the kayak village, and we are working our butt off to be everywhere that we can possibly be and do as much as we can while balancing family and lifestyle and all that other good stuff. So anyway, just want to jump on it real quick. I said I was going to be on here 10 minutes. It is 8 minutes and 30 seconds, so let me do this. Let me answer some questions, right? I've gotten out of the habit of answering questions in lives, so we're going to put a minute and a half on the clock, and I'll answer the next questions that pop up. Dennis said, hey, Chad, love your videos. I'm from Station, Afghanistan, home on R&R, but watch them all the time. Hey, Dennis, appreciate it, man. Appreciate you being out there on the tip of the spear, defending our freedom and all that good stuff. I don't stand to watch anymore. Got the utmost respect for the folks that are still out there doing it. Give me another question. What was the most impressive thing at Icast? You know what? The overall most impressive thing is the presence of kayak fishing, right? The sheer number of kayaks that were there. And so for me, it wasn't any one thing that was the most impressive. It was just the presence of kayak fishing at Icast in general. Jeff M said, hey, Chad, any tips for fishing in 90-degree heat? And then above that was Mustang Fishing, asking about the new Deeper Chirp. Okay, so first and foremost, I don't know the answer to the Deeper Chirp question yet because I haven't used it. I just got the box in today. I posted it up. As you guys know, I kind of hint when I'm going to do some audibles, so stay tuned for that. Fishing in 90-degree heat is pretty simple, okay? The number one way to fish in 90-degree heat, if you at all have the option, is to fish at night. Is to fish after dark. Is cooler. There's less boat traffic. There's less recreation boat traffic out there, which means it's safer for you as a kayak angler. It also means that the fish have settled down. There's not as much disturbance. There's not as much stuff, spooking the fish. The fish are relying primarily on their lateral line and not much visually. So it's easy for you to get everything stacked. All the advantages are stacked in your favor. Let me see here. What was the best combo at Icast for? And what was y'all's favorite combo set? I'm not exactly sure. Do you mean rod reel combo? That new lures reel was phenomenal. My go-to for night fishing is big worms, swimming a jig, a dark color jig with a trailer on it, and topwater. I like throwing buzz baits. I like throwing whopper ploppers or similar, prop style baits. I love throwing walk the dog style baits. And I love big thump, big water moving baits like the wake bait. If you guys go watch my night video, you will see where I used the Mike Buca's bull shad, the waking bait. That thing is absolutely phenomenal for night fishing. Best kayak with a back injury is one with a lot of great back support, one you can stand up easily. I'm a partial to the Bonafide. I think it's a great boat. I think that you're so high that your legs aren't in a position of strain. And if you've got back issues, being able to stand up and stretch your back is kind of a big deal. So, obviously for me, I'm a little bit partial, but I would say go with the Bonafide SS127. I use a headlamp gem shrag, but I don't use it as much. I don't want to attract insects. I don't want to ruin my night vision. I try to use a green light or a red light when I possibly can. But for the most part, I do everything I can to be prepared before I get on the water to not have to use the light any more than I absolutely have to. Fleming's Lawn Care said, I was in the Navy. Were you on a ship or on a base? I was both. I was aviation my entire Navy career. My last tour, I was in the Theodore Roosevelt stationed while it was in the yards in Newport News. So I was on a ship, but it never got underway while I was ship's company. But I've got about 9 months total, sea time in my 20 years in the Navy. I got 9 long cruises or 7 long deployments and, 2 where I wasn't on the ship. I was in the squadron. Any tips for fishing Briary Creek Lake from the 701 landing? I've only been there once. Yes, I've caught a lot of big fish there. Leave the boat ramp and go out under the power line. When you get under the power line, look to your right and you'll see where the power line goes up the bank. Paddle out until you see 23, 24 foot of water on a depth finder. Keep paddling towards that place where the power line goes through the trees until it starts to come back up. Once it starts to come back up and it gets about 18 feet, paddle back around where it went to 23 and cast towards that drop off and work a big half-ounce jig with a Zoom horny toad trailer, a Yamamoto flap and crawl, or a tube as the trailer, and you will smoke them. Promise. Yeah, you can thank me. You can thank me after you catch an 8-pounder doing that. Plans on fishing trips here in the Virginia area. I have a huge lake that you would love. It's in Chedenston, outside of Richmond. All right, Card Shark 99 VA. Message me on Instagram and we'll figure out. I'm definitely coming to Virginia and I would love to work with you. Adventures 101 said, punching lily pads, do you punch closer to the shore where it's shallower or the edge of open water? I actually try to find out where the edges and ledges are. I look for wood. I generally go to places that I fish lily pads in the off season and paddle around looking for depressions with the depth finder, and I mark those spots and I go back to them later on. You can look at topo maps, you can look at Navionics, you can look at aerial photos, and you can figure a lot of that stuff out. If it is a flooded reservoir, meaning it's man-made, if you can find and get on Google Earth and slide the slider back to where it was made, you can also figure out where the old creek channels were, where the ledges and edges are. But for the most part, I generally try to find, really good pad clusters, and I find the edges that are inside the pads, not the outer edges that everybody else fishes, but I try to find where the pads get a little sparser and thin out a little bit, and then I fish that with Senkos, with cutworms, with drop shot rigs, similar to like fishing a Tokyo rig, but using, a braided leader or a mono leader, like a short, heavyweight drop shot setup, more so than a Tokyo rig. But I really try to find that sparse water mixed in the middle. I am coming to upstate New York. I don't know when for sure, but y'all stay tuned. The best electronics for a kayak is the best electronics you can afford. Becoming a big fan of this deeper system. It works great with your smartphone. It works great with tablets and iPads and things along those lines. So it's a great entry-level system, up to advanced if you want to get advanced with it. But as far as bang for the buck, for me, the Hook series is really good bang for the buck as far as if you have that ceiling. But the best overall bang for the buck is probably the TI series. Chris McGinnis said, when will the 2020 KBF schedule be out? It'll be out no later than mid to late August, but we're trying to nail it down and get it out right at the FLW KBF Cup in Hot Springs, Arkansas. So anyway, we are going to do a lot of those beginner videos there that you just asked for the 100 bait, $100 layout. Nick said, how do you deep crank from a kayak? I actually have a specific video coming for that. The quick answer is long line. Throw your bait out, open your bail, back paddle as far as you can, anchor your kayak, get that bait down deep, and slow crank it all the way across. I used to be a big fan of low gear ratios for cranking. I like line take up now, so I don't go any lower than a 6.5 to 1, 6.8 to 1, and I've even, in some cases, like to use a higher speed gear, or higher gear ratio, higher speed for doing some of my deep cranking. It's really more the rod, getting that bait down there, going with the steno line diameter as you can so that you don't have water resistant, and getting that bait down in the strike zone and keeping it in there. So anyway, love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna jump off here now. Go watch all of the Icast videos if you haven't done so yet. And this week we're releasing all of the KBF National Championship behind the scenes interactions at the expo, and we're releasing the video in 3 parts: day 1, day 2, and day 3. Day 1 released yesterday, day 2 will release tomorrow. Then we'll do another expo walk around video, and then Friday we will kick off the last and final part, crowning the champion of the 2019 Kayak Bass Fishing National Championship. Y'all do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button on every video you watch, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notifications bell, and tune in every time you see me go live. I'm going to be dropping some knowledge on y'all, sharing some adventures, and hopefully hooking up with some of y'all to go fishing.